This is putting a decision within a loop. So let's start and we'll initialize our variables first. And we have a count of how many temperatures are cold, count of how many are warm, and then here's the vector of temperatures. Now we're going to go in, and what we want to do within this for statement is we're going to come in, and if we, let's see what happens when we run it. When we run it, we get a count of cold temperatures is 2, count of warm is 4. So let's see how that happened. This is very useful when you're debugging a program. So let's run it. So we start off, you're looking down here into the workspace. You start off and you have your variable set, and now you have I equal to 1. Now it's going to check if the temperature of I, so the first temperature, is less than or equal to 32. And if it is, then it's cold. So it comes down, it checks. Here, it checked already, and now it's going to up the cold count by 1. And you can see it over here that it went up by 1, and it just fell through. It didn't even look at the else. Let's run it again. We're within the loop, so it goes back to this if statement. Now it checks if the second one, the second temperature, which is 48, is it less than 32? No, it's not. So it goes down to the next selection, the else, and it stays within this else, and now it'll increment the warm by 1. So now we have one cold temperature, one warm temperature, and that makes sense. Here's our, we've run it twice, here's our cold, and there's our warm. We'll keep running it, and come up here. We're going to check the third one. I is 3 down here. And it was cold, which is 12, and then it fell through. And then we'll keep stepping through, and you can see what happens. And now we're in our last. We have 2 cold, 3 warm, and the last one is warm. So let's go through and check that it does what it's supposed to. And it did. The last one is warm. So we have 4 warm, 2 cold. That works. Now what we're going to do, so that's a decision structure within a loop. That's what we just did. Now, using what we just determined, we're going to have a second decision structure down here. And we're going to use the variables that we produced, the count cold and count warm. And if the statement is so if count cold is greater than count warm, for instance, then we'll display that there were more cold temps. Likewise with the warm temps. And then if they're an equal number, then we'll display this. So let's go ahead and run this. Oh, let me undo the brakes. Let's run this. And it says that there were more warm temps. I'm looking down there, and that's correct. And let's just double check. Let's make this just to show you that a negative works. Let's do that, and we'll run it, and there are the same number of warm and cold temps. So to summarize, we had a selection structure within a loop, and then we had a second selection structure below it. We could have had a selection structure on top of another selection structure too. So these are just different frameworks for creating these. Thank you.